Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm here with Damian Richardson of RBS, and we're talking about open banking. Damian, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Since last EBA day, what are the major developments in banking that you've seen?
So I think open banking in the UK, we've seen the movement to the first phase with the implementation of the APIs around product information and static information like branch information and ATM locations. The second phase will be very interesting, where we'll see the read-write APIs in terms of the ability to read information from your account, as well as the ability for third parties to make payments. And that's really the quantum leap that we'll see. Other developments I've seen in things like where we've been using, we've seen in industry, the use of artificial intelligence and also voice interface in terms of things like Alexa and other interfaces like that, where you'll be able to use your voice to extract information from using APIs and from other services. So that's really exciting. And the bit that I'm interested to see is where you're able to use those APIs working together. So I'm able to use my voice to interact with my bank and receive that information back. Within RBS and NatWest, we've been using artificial intelligence to really answer basic customer transaction queries or basic information queries, and we've learned a lot from that process of how we can integrate those services into our overall proposition. So dramatic change, and I think it's early days. I think we'll see a lot more over the next few years of how all those things are working together to develop more services for our customers.
Open banking and open APIs are starting to become a reality for banks. So how will this change banking?
I don't think it will happen overnight. I think we'll see a gradual change where banks start to use those APIs to improve services to their customers. I think we'll also see third parties use those services to complement their own services. So we'll see bank services offered through other brands and other entities, but the bank brand's still quite visible in those services because that's what the consumer knows and trusts. I think that the bit I'm excited about is where we'll see a change of the services offered by the bank, where we're using, or the banks are using, other people's APIs to say, actually, because we understand the customer better, we can offer these range of services or this range of services and make them more personalised or unique for that customer, or really use the data that we've got on that customer with other data and other information to really say, actually, look, here's a really good service proposition for the customer, and the customer is saying, yes, my bank really understands what I want from them. So that's the change that I would like to see. We're not going to be there overnight, and obviously there's going to be a process of learning, a process of change, but I think over the next few years we'll see the banks gradually going in that direction.
When will customers start to see the benefits of this new openness?
Great question. Likewise, consumers are a creature of habit. So, for example, we're not going to change something unless it's better than before, or it's from someone I trust, or makes a real difference to their life. So, come January 2018, I don't think all of the consumers are going to rush out and say, I must use PSD2 or open banking. Under open banking, we are developing a new range of services for our customers. But the bit that I'm really excited about, I think I mentioned it before, was the stuff that we'll see post that, the new services that we haven't got to yet or we haven't thought of. And that may be ideas that we get ourselves or from other areas. And that's why we're opening up some of our APIs to developers now. So we run a project called bankofapis.com, which allows third-party developers to develop a range of services over and above that we were providing now rather than waiting for later, and we've seen some exciting things come from that.
Damian, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.